New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. On behalf of the entire prayer team at New Thought Media Network, we thank you for joining us on this broadcast. You can catch New Thought Media Network prayer time at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And now, let's center ourselves in the words of Ernest Holmes. We must put meaning and belief into our prayers. It is the meaning and mindfulness that is the nexus from which our words come to life. And good morning, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you here. It is Friday morning, the 20th of August, and it's time for morning prayers. This is a program of the New Thought Media Network. We're here every morning, 8:15 a.m., and every evening, 8:15 p.m. as well. And the intent is to bring you some positive, inspirational, and affirmative prayers. So let's do a couple of quick good mornings. Good morning, Wayne in Calgary. So great to see you, sir. Glad you're here. Lauren, good to see you with us, dear one. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. And the rest of those of you out there, feel free to drop a comment in the chat box. I'll be sure to give you a shout out and let you know we're here. So, and folks, this is a program about prayer in the New Thought movement in Science of Mind, and we are my focus ministry of the Centers for Spiritual Living. So we practice what's known as spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. And what that means is we are affirming life's good. We are affirming the truth that we know as we wish to see it. And in many cases, also revealing a truth that maybe we didn't know. And it's just revealing itself to us. So please send your prayer requests to prayer@ntmedia.org. That's prayer@ntmedia.org. And we will get in on, we'll get your prayers running. And if you'd like a recognition of that here in the program, just let us know, and we'll be sure to do that as well. Good morning, sunshine. So good to see you, dear one. Thank you so much for being with us. Grateful you are here. And Terry, good to see you, dear. Glad you are with us as well. And if Robert's there with you, hi, Robert. Good seeing you too. Robert is Tara's husband. So, okay, so there's a lot going on in the United States and especially in the West when it comes to fire right now. And that's a big thing on a lot of people's minds. And we're going to add the fires and the firefighters and all that to our prayers as well. And in today's description, I was kind of thinking that I want all of us to experience more abundance, more prosperity, more joy, more love, more light, more of all the good in our lives, and let go of all that we kind of think or feel or sense isn't any good. So that's what we're going to be about today. We're going to be about some healing of the planet through these fires, and we're going to know life's good. Yeah. All right, let's get to prayer. If you're comfortable, please close your eyes and let yourself relax. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself come into a state of being, a state of knowing, a place where we recognize God, where we recognize God as the oneness of all life, as source and supply, as that never-ending wellspring of love and light and beauty, of truth and health and wealth and well-being and abundance, prosperity. God, the oneness of life, expressing as that self-existent cause that is forever taking on form and abandoning that form in order to take on new form. the oneness that is expressing itself as my life perfectly, whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing absent. And as I know that truth of my life, I know it must be true of all life. So I know it must be true of the lives of each and every one here on this broadcast, listening to this at another time. Each and every one that is touched by this vibration, by this word, rising up, each one a divine emanation of spirit. So even those that'll never hear these words, those that'll never see this broadcast, those that'll never even know it existed, still, they too, perfect expressions of the one. Absolutely vital to humanity's evolution, absolutely vital to this journey of enlightenment that we are all upon. And what I know is I know that deeply we are one. The very basis of our core, the very basis of our humanity, we are one life, we are God's life, expressing itself through and as human life. So there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is my life now. That life is your life right now. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening in the world, there is this power for good flowing through our lives and expressing out into the world as our lives, as every part of it. And so I claim for each that hears these words a deeper experience of prosperity and love and joy and connection, of creativity and community. I claim for each the deep sense of safety and assurance, the assurance that all is moving in the right direction, that everything's happening exactly as it must. Especially this day, I speak a word for all the men and women that are battling or are out there dancing with the wildfires that are happening across the western United States, here in my adopted home state of Colorado, throughout all of California, pretty much everywhere in the West, British Columbia. The consuming fire, the renewing fire that is washing away, and some whole communities just gone. And I know there is sorrow there. I know there is suffering there. And I claim for each and every one that is affected by these fires a sense of peace, a sense of knowing and understanding that life is more valuable than the possession, that possessions come and go, that God is forever taking on form and abandoning those forms, so that there may be newness there may be new growth, there may be new ideas about community and housing, and what kind of houses to build, and what's sustainable, and how to protect, and how to mitigate the changes that are happening, how to embrace the changes that are happening in our climate, on our planet, so that we don't need to experience this again in the future. I claim for everyone that's in the path of these fires an experience of absolute safety as they move to safer ground, as they move to safer places, a sense of orderliness and peace and understanding that this is nature rising up in grand renewal, and as humanity, we're just getting out of the way. We're just getting out of the way, getting out of our own way, getting out of Mother Nature's way. And while some of these fires are burning in places where they can just be let go and there's plenty of room, others are in neighborhoods and in communities. So I claim again for each and every one that is in any way touched or affected by this experience, a sense of deep compassion, knowing that change is often messy, that change is often dramatic and sudden, but also claiming a sense of knowing that there is good here too, that there is an opening here too, there is an opportunity, for life is filled, every day is filled with countless opportunities to say yes and to step into a greater expression of our own lives, a greater way of being, a greater consciousness around the events of our lives, knowing this is not happening to us, but knowing that what's happening in our lives is happening for us. Nothing is ever happening to us. We're not the victim in any of this, whether it's COVID or fires or police brutality or 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 demonstrations. We are never the victim The events in our lives are always for us, bringing us to something greater, bringing us to something more, bringing us to a place where we may step in and say yes to being even more than we know and being all that we have come here to be. So I'm excited by the opportunities that this day holds. I don't even know what they are yet. And I'm excited to know that there are opportunities in every moment, moment by moment by moment. There's an opportunity to say yes to the deeper calling, to be an expression of God's life, to consciously be expressing God's life as love and light, as compassion, as understanding, as trust and as faith, as assurance, as prosperity, as all of it. See, what I know is I know in this grand and glorious thing called life, everything necessary for the complete and total fulfillment of my mission on this planet, the vision I am here to fulfill, everything necessary for that shows up in my life exactly as it's necessary. And there is comfort in knowing that if something's not in my life, then it's not necessary. And as it becomes necessary, it shows up in my life. Money, connections, opportunities, resources, ideas, time, no matter what it is, there is more than enough of it for everything, for everyone. Me having my good in no way limits you from having your good. Me being prosperous and abundantly and financially abundant in no way limits anyone else from that same experience. There is no limit to the good that is available to each of us on this planet. Oh, the only limit is how much we may receive, how much we consciously may accept into our lives. And so today I accept even greater abundance, and I claim for each one here that same sense of saying, yes, I claim even greater financial prosperity in my life today than ever before, and tomorrow more of the same, and tomorrow more of the same. To accept and know that it is through the power of our thoughts that we create the conditions of our lives. And so I keep my thoughts, I keep my focus, I keep my consciousness focused on the good, on the great, on the working, on what is working, and let go of anything that seems like it's not, because if it seems like it's not working, then it's not here for my good, and it's not moving me in my mission. So I let go of that, and I stay focused on the one, stay focused on the good, on the mighty work that we are here about. And I feel a great sense of trust rising up within, knowing that God's got this. There's really nothing here I have to do. Show up, speak the word, follow the inspired action, do what is mine to do, move my hands, and through it all, express and feel that deep, deep sense of gratitude for the opportunity to be the hands and the heart and the mind and the voice and the breath of God. Grateful to be in process, in community with so many divine beings, bringing forth a world that works for everyone. Grateful, most especially grateful to know that God's got this. Like God's already on the job when it comes to all this. This prayer is already done in the mind of God. It is now moving into form in the expression of humanity and the experience of human. So there's really nothing I need to do but get out of the way, get out of the divine circuits, let the flow happen by getting myself out of the way and letting God be God. And so I release this word into the law that must demonstrate that in fact is already operating upon it. And I let go. I let God be God. And if any of this has resonated in any way, please join me in an affirmation of this truth as we say together. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you so much, dear ones. I so appreciate you being here, and I love that you're part of the New Thought Media Network. You know, it is thanks to viewers and listeners like you that we are able to continue to provide the programming that we do. And so I want to thank you for sharing your gifts, your tithes, your offerings, your financial prosperity with us, so that we're able to continue this great and glorious work that we're about. We are creating the most positive, inspiring media network on the planet, and we are going to be bigger than who knows what. So I invite you along on the journey. I'm glad you're with us. And, we do have a great lineup of programming that happens every week. There is a 7 a.m. pretty much every day of the week now. We've got something going on where you can get involved. Monday morning visioning is one of the places where we start every Monday. We come together in the visioning practice and share in that. Tuesdays, we're now starting this coming week a mystical writers hangout. No experience necessary. You don't have to call yourself an author or anything like that. Just grab a journal, grab a pen, or something to write with, and join us 7 a.m. on Tuesdays for a very intuitive and very open and very free process. So I invite you to join us with that. Wednesdays, we do a meditation at 7 a.m. All of this is live on the New Thought Media Network, day in and day out. So on Wednesdays, we do that. Thursdays is open. Maybe you've got an idea for a great show, a great program, a great spiritual practice process that we can share with on Thursdays. Let me know. Fridays, we have a deep conversation. My brother, Reverend LZ, and I get together and share what's on our heart, what's in our mind, and the spiritual perspective around that. So join us Fridays for Ministers Talk and Bleed. What else we got going on? Wednesday night pickup. These are pick-me-ups. These are really, I'm having a great time with them. So I hope you might be as well. Check those out. The archives on our Facebook page have back episodes and what's going on there. A couple more quick save the dates. Save the date for Saturday, September 12th. We're doing a mindfulness meditation retreat. It's a 4-hour experience with a number of different meditations, and we move through an incredible process. So I invite you to be a part of that. Let us know if you want more information. That's going to be here on the network as well. And then a bigger event starting in October on Thursdays. I'm going to be teaching a certificated course through the Centers for Spiritual Living. This is through and as part of our alignment with them, called Exploring Your Mental Equivalence, A Journey of Enlightenment. It's 5 Thursdays evenings, 5 sessions of 2.5 hours per session, and we're going to go deep into the law of mental equivalence and how we can use that to create the life we truly desire and live and fulfill our soul's purpose. So please plan to join us for that as well. All righty, I think I'm about out of here, folks. Thank you all for being with us. I so appreciate you being here, and we are going to make it a great week. So have a fabulous day. Go out there, be loved, and be the divine. Until next time, peace and blessings.
On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then, peace and blessings.